Right, look at us. There's 3 of us on the call today. This is amazing. So I'm here with Rachel Fairley and Sarah Robb, and they are the authors of Rebrand Right, How to Refresh Your Brand and Marketing to Grow Your Business. And they're here with me as part of the series of practical inspiration authors who are finalists in the Business Book Awards 2026. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It never gets old, does it? It's so exciting.
So excited.
I'm going to ask you, it's going to be really interesting having 2 answers. If you have really fundamentally different answers, it will be so fascinating. But Rachel, if I come to you first, why did you write this book?
So right at the beginning of my career, I found out about brand from a lawyer who was selling a business and had to measure it as an intangible asset. And then from then onwards, I got into basically repositioning brands. That's what I've done my whole career. And I've never found a book for it. And then I had this massive brain tumor and they managed to get it out. But as I was going into the op, I realized that actually I had become quite good at something and I didn't know how to do it and that I hadn't written it down. And so coming out of that, Sarah and I have known and worked together for a long time. And so we talked and we're like, maybe we should just do this together. Maybe we should write down how you do it, because there's so many books that talk about the why, but very few talk about the why and the how, and actually give you a very pragmatic approach to kind of almost agnostically a methodology that if you follow it through and answer the questions, you will get to the right answer for your brand. And, you know, what we both love is helping businesses get proper growth, and brand is, you know, it's the biggest intangible asset you've got on your balance sheet, and it's your biggest lever. And so yeah, it's brilliant. It was brilliant to write it together.
And I love that sort of that mix of the professional and the personal reasons for doing it, which I think are always the strongest reasons for writing a book. Thank you.
But certainly you have to have the motivation, because it's quite a lot of work.
It's a lot, isn't it? I know. Don't tell her.
Sorry.
Sarah, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I mean, like Rachel, you know, both of us have worked on rebranding for a couple of decades. And I think for me, I got to this point in about 2019 where I was like, I just want to start sharing some of this stuff. And I'd written a course and I'd written for about 5 years about the topic. And it came from this sort of feeling of going back to who I was 20 years ago. Even though Rachel and I, we both worked at the biggest branding agency in the world and doing it across a multitude of industries. And you would think we knew what we were doing, right? You would think somewhere like that would train you and teach you. And really, I had this huge sense of imposter syndrome for about a decade, despite the title, despite the brands, because it isn't taught. It's not taught at an MBA level. It's not taught at universities. It's not even taught in the best agencies in the world. And you learn by doing, and you learn by making a ton of mistakes. And you learn by realizing the way through this. And once you've done it 20 times, you want to help other people do it, because there are so many marketers, designers, strategists who are helping clients do this, but haven't done it, 100 times, 100 times together we've done it. So we, just wanting to share that and help other people out, and going back to that sense of not knowing what you were doing and then knowing what you're doing and just wanting to help people get there quicker. So yeah, it was definitely a motivation.
Very generous impulse. I think that part of the problem, that and part of the reason that we have that issue, is that people like to pull up the ladder after them, don't they? They like to sit on their knowledge and hoard it.
So true. Yeah.
We touched on the value of the brand to the business, and also that awful wasteful process of everybody making their own mistakes and not learning from it. But I was really struck as well by the fact that it's about rebranding. So just tell us a little bit. I'll start with Sarah this time. Why is that? Why does it matter so much how you rebrand?
I think because almost every organization will rebrand at least once. If you start off as a startup, it's often done pretty scrappily, and it starts often in the wrong way with this sense of, oh, we need design and logo and identity. We'll just get a website up. And then there's a point where brands start to professionalize and they go, okay, they're growing, they're scaling, they've got investors, they want to attract more customers, and they realize they need to sort of get a strategy and do it properly. And I think people think about brands as these new things that are created, but thousands of brands every day are rebranding, which just means to us trying to make positive changes to their brand and marketing to grow, to drive revenue and growth. And we've just seen it done so many times so badly, where the wrong things are changed for the wrong reasons, and they don't have the impact that they want to have on the growth of the business. And rebranding is this term, and it can sound like a huge thing, but ultimately it's just about changes and making the right positive changes. And so many organizations are doing it without the experience of having done it, and it's nobody's fault. Marketers often can be in a career for 20 years and never have had the chance to do it, and so then they're asked to do it, and they're like, well, how do I do this thing? And that's one of the reasons we wanted to take this topic on. And it's not really covered, like Rachel said, it's just not really covered in a lot of the books about branding and out there, or growth even out there.
Because when you're rebranding, you've actually got something to protect, haven't you? You've got emotional connections. Yeah. Sorry, Rachel, go on, what did you want to add to that?
Well, and I think the other dynamic is the shift that's happening in every industry because of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, it's driving a kind of commoditization, and also a sort of it's like almost a beige, a vanilla, a sort of generic, but it really, really shows up if your brand is not cohesive. It really shows up if your brand is not different. It really shows up if you're not being relevant. And you can't convert if it's not easy to buy from and, easy into people's minds. I mean, this is the thing is, if you don't come to mind, if you don't have predisposition and come to mind in a buying situation, you will not be bought from. And so if you don't have that relevance and difference and cohesion, then you're just not going to crop up. So if you think about what CEOs and CMOs are really struggling with at the moment, is industries are being disrupted to the point where there's massive reinvention taking place, which in so many ways is joyous. But you can't get away anymore with allowing your brand to drift or to become more bland. You have to really lean into what makes it different and special. And because of that, I think even people who don't think they're going through rebrands are really trying to strengthen. And like Sarah was saying, there's just no methodology. There's a start from scratch, but if you start from scratch when you reposition your brand, when you refresh it, when you revitalize it, doesn't really matter what you want to call it, when you do something to it, if you start from scratch, you throw everything away.
Right.
And then, you're a new incomer. I mean, the amount of money you will have wasted on getting to where you are and then just abandoning it. So I think there's a lot of interest from CEOs, which is why our first chapter, which Sarah did the bulk of the writing on, it's beautiful because it really crystallizes the theory and why it matters. It's like gold for CEOs and CMOs, because finally you can have a conversation about the levers that you actually have to improve the value of the business. So I think it's a bit zeitgeist, this topic, actually, right now, which is amazing because we've actually written it, not in the middle of writing it.
Damn it, I wish we could have, sell our book on it. Yeah, no, it is. It's so timely. Nobody wants a beige brand, and there are so many out there. Love that.
No.
How did you both react when you found out you'd been shortlisted? Is there any video evidence of this?
We were sitting together, and that was so lovely because we were together at the event. We went to the shortlisting event, and you think, should we go? Because, you might have to just skulk off afterwards. And we're like, no, we should go because it'd be nice to catch up anyway. And it was around the corner from where we launched the book at the Corinthia Hotel. So it was kind of had these great memories for us of that area. And we were thrilled. I mean, you don't write the book to get awards, right? You write the book to try and help people do something. And so, but like, it is lovely because you do put hours and hours of work into it, and because you really care about doing a great job and capturing everything that you've known and you've learned the hard way. And so it's just a lovely moment.
Yeah. I think also it's like, I think it was the first moment for the two of us where we're in a room of authors. Being recognized as authors. Like that. I mean, you don't get many firsts as you get older. But that was like, I mean, we both jumped about a meter off our chairs, you know, 'cause we weren't totally
Wish I'd seen
I mean, there were hundreds of books on the
It's a
long list.
busy
So
category.
you can't get your hopes up at all. But there was such a joyous energy in the room. It was really lovely. And we went for a celebratory champagne at the Corinthian afterwards. So, you know,
glad to hear it. Well, I will see that celebratory atmosphere, and I'll raise it for the finals, the award ceremony in September. It'll be absolutely fantastic to see you both there. And yeah,
I know, just got to try and choose the right, you know, do we both wear green? That's the question.
Let's not get into the frock. You've got to be on brand, right?
You've got to be on brand. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for talking us through it today, for sharing your excitement in it and the reasons why you wrote it. And I shall see you in September.
Alison, thanks to you as well. Thanks for recognising the idea and helping us shape it.
Yeah.
And thanks for being there our side all the way. Honestly, it's just been fantastic. So thank you so much.
You sharpened that book from the beginning. Yeah, you pushed us right at the start, and it was such the right thing to do. Yeah, and it sharpened the whole outlook of the book and the whole premise of it. And yeah, super.
I've loved working with you. It's been so much fun. All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.